All right, today we are going to be doing an unboxing of the DJI RSC, Ronin RSC, I believe. RSC-2. This is the Gen 2 gimbal. I have been a Weebill Lab user for a while, but I'm excited because I think this comes with some camera control features that has been sorely missed on my part. There we go. Right, we have a little foam padding on the top. Get rid of that. Quick start guide, that goes away. Let's take out some of the components over here. I'll start with the gimbal last. We'll start with, looks like they have a USB-C, USB-A to USB-C cable. A whole bunch of cables, all kinds. Let me save that collection there. This looks like it's the dual plate lens mount. This is the Manfrotto plate with the Arca Swiss on top. So we'll figure that out. Looks like there's a riser in case your camera is a small mirrorless like my Fuji. Lens mount. We have some screws. We have, this is the, I got the RSC, the basic edition, so I think it comes with a plastic version, whereas the Pro or the full kit has a metal, but I don't know, the plastic seems pretty good, pretty strong. Feels all right. I probably would have wanted the metal, but that's okay. And here is the full gimbal right here. So let's get the box out of the way. And this is going to be an interesting experiment to see whether I can get this thing put together without the manual, because I'm going to put it aside. So first off, I believe this unlocks. So you should be able to twist that in like so, and I can lock it back. So now I have a traditional gimbal handle. There's a small LED screen right there. I wonder if I need to charge this or not. This does not come with removable batteries. So that's one of the downsides of this. And let's attach the tripod on the bottom. And I'll put this at the bottom here. And I believe I need to mount the Arca Swiss plate onto my camera. I'm going to put it onto my Fuji. So I'm going to remove my, okay. And there's some screws here, so let's take a look. Got some sort of cable ties, some interesting screws, some sort of knob, and another screw. Yikes. Do I need to read the manual? Quick start guide. So there's quick start guide, safety data guidelines. Don't need that. Who cares about safety, huh? Getting started. I should charge the battery for the first time. Okay, mounting the camera, so I'm going to take the quick release plate. So there's a little lever right here. You can unlock that. You should be able to slide the quick release off, which means I need to get this in this configuration on my camera. I'm going to use one of these screws. Oh, interesting. Are they the same ones? Yeah, both screws are the same. Just get this started. Okay, you can slide that. That pops out of the way like that. So then I should be able to slide the mount. What you want to do is slide all the way to the right as opposed to just leaving it in the middle. So if you consistently slide all the way to the right, that is your balance point at this point. You can always replicate that movement right there. So I should be able to mount this onto the gimbal. Okay, so that's the lock for that. There's an unlock here, which moves it that way. Let's keep it locked. There's an unlock, which moves it that way. I'm looking for one more lock. Every time you get a new gimbal, you gotta try to figure this out. See, I assume they want Ronin to go this way. I think this is it. This is the configuration. So let's do a little lock. One. Where are you? Two, that locks it that way. And lock it this way. Let's do a quick comparison because I do have my Weebill Lab. So back in the day, I had the Weebill Lab. I'm gonna get rid of. So let's compare. It's quite big. With the Weebill Lab, I think they had this the batteries here, whereas with the Ronin RSC-2, the battery's inside, integrated into the handle, and side by side, it's definitely a little bit taller. Yeah, but not that much. Definitely like the handle grip. Sliding a little bit so you get some knobs to figure out. And I do like that on both sides it has these NATO clamps, so I can hook on some NATO accessories on either side. They make some, I have some, and we'll play around with that. Okay, this is what happens when you don't read the instructions. So I think they want you to get this somewhat balanced up. And the RSC-2 is made of metal or aluminum, I assume. So unlike the RS, which has carbon fiber handles, this one is metal and metal. So I think a lot of people complain about how it feels a little kind of like that. Should be able to. That's roughly centered. Lock there. Oh. There we go. Let's see. Not too bad. Look at that. I kind of figured it out without reading the manual, so that this is not a tutorial on how to balance a gimbal, but it definitely is a way to do it. Like, I was able to figure it out without reading the manual. So it looks like in the front here, there's a RSS. There's two kinds of connection points. These are USB-C, and I believe that will eventually hook up to my camera, which will give me some camera control. I'm gonna fine tune the balance a little bit more, try to figure out a couple things that I wanna solve. One is where to mount my mic. I got this plugged into a battery bank, running just plain USB. I don't think that's a fast charge. This does come with a fast charge. It should charge a little faster. I haven't powered it on yet, but a few things I'm playing around. I got this wooden handle from Small Rig NATO, and it should be able to fit in here, but I am finding that the locking mechanism gets in the way. So part of me says I should be able to flip it around. This little thing, that's part of the hinge, gets in the way of other twisty things. Seems like a design flaw, which is a pain right now. In theory, I should also be able to, this is gonna be upside down, but I should be able to get this on this side. Same thing, these small, it's gotta be a twist. I need to put like a twist, a NATO twist version. Very, very annoying. Anyways, a couple things I want to play around with. One option is I can mount my mic on top here and then bounce that and play with the mic on top. I also like having the mic on the side here, so it's not too obtrusive. But I think if I switch handles, this will always get in the way. Yeah, the mic is going to get in the way if I change any positions unless straight up and down. How's that? I wish the Rode allowed me to twist this around, which is very annoying. Okay. Well, the other solution is I also have my Rode Wireless Go, which I can mount up here. And just run audio in case I'm doing any kind of vlogging stuff. Also means when you do this kind of work, what you want to do is you have to rebalance again. So let's practice. So with rebalancing this thing, I think what you want to do is you want to point the camera up. Got that, and so it should be able to float. Now I want to get this front and back, and I adjust it like this with this plate. Tighten that. I can go back and forth this way. I don't know what all the technical terms are. You tell me. But there we go. So I affected the balance, adjusted that. I might carry this little clamp with me. Seems like somewhat useful. I'm a little disappointed I can't get this handle on here. I do have one that goes down in the space over here, so I could get a handle that way. But I think for purposes of traveling light, I'm going to get away from having too many handles. And we'll just learn how to fly a gimbal a little bit better. Let's get all these cables hooked up on the Fuji. Let's see this massive bundle of wires they've given me. I think this is going back to the manual now. And I also got the cable control for Fujifilm. I believe that hooks up to this little slot in the front here for cable control. But we'll play with that a little bit more. Let me do a little manual reading. 16 is RSS camera control port, focus motor port, and image transmission. I didn't get that with the basic kit. I'm going to order that later. That's called the Raven Eye. That appears to be a charging cable. Okay, they've labeled these cables. It comes with a Sony, USB-C to Sony multi something. I don't have a Sony, got a Fuji. USB-C to mini USB. Don't do that. USB to micro USB, nope. And the beauty is the Fuji shoots USB to USB. So I'm going to plug that into the Fuji USB port. So in theory I should have camera control. So let's connect it to the app. So when I power on, it says connect to DJI Ronin to activate before use. So this is the knowing part of DJI is you need to connect it to your app. And RS2, okay, it says device activation complete. Okay, quick start guide, balance wizard, motor parameters, gimbal overview, start, let's do, okay, when in doubt, power it off, power it on. There we go. Look at that. Yes. Okay. We'll dig around with that later. So I'm going to turn on my camera. And that's not touch compatible. But I have the USB plugged in and it's working. So in theory, I should be able to just keep this USB powered running. Why am I not getting camera control? Okay, I guess that's just the unboxing. This got the gimbal functioning, its balance working. I'm gonna toy around, play around with these camera control settings a little bit to figure out what's going on and why I can't control the camera, but I will get back soon. And hey, thanks for joining. Let me know what you think and like, subscribe. See you in the next one.